Have you ever wondered if Earth is actually hell? A provocative question indeed, one that challenges our conventional wisdom and nudges us to question our very understanding of existence. We are not talking about the fiery pits and horned demons often portrayed in folklore and literature, but rather a more metaphorical hell, a place of learning, of growth, of punishment perhaps. Imagine, if you will, a reality where our lives as we know it are not a random act of cosmic ballet, but instead a meticulously designed sentence. A place where we are to learn, to grow, and yes, even to pay for transgressions unremembered. A perspective that takes our common perception of hell and turns it on its head. What if the struggles we face, the pain we endure, the highs and lows of human existence are all part of a grander scheme? A cosmic courtroom, if you will. What if we are here to pay for crimes unknown to us? You might ask, why would anyone think Earth is hell? Well, let's delve into this thought-provoking concept. Over the centuries, countless philosophers, writers, and thinkers have posited Earth as a place of suffering, a purgatory of sorts. Take Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, for instance. His vision of hell, a place where souls are punished according to their sins, echoes the trials and tribulations we all face in our earthly lives. Then there's Jean-Paul Sartre's play, No Exit, where hell is not a fiery pit, but other people. This existentialist view mirrors the social challenges we all experience, the constant struggle to coexist and communicate effectively. And what about Friedrich Nietzsche? This German philosopher once said, "To live is to suffer, to survive is to find some meaning in the suffering." Isn't that what life on Earth often feels like? A ceaseless search for meaning amidst adversity? Now let's consider the spiritual perspective. In many religions and philosophies, Earth can be seen as a kind of hell, a realm of rebirth and retribution. The Buddhist concept of samsara, for instance, describes a cycle of birth, suffering, death, and rebirth, a cycle we're trapped in until we achieve enlightenment. Similarly, the Hindu concept of karma holds that our actions in this life determine our fate in the next. Every hardship we face could be seen as a payment for past transgressions, a punishment meted out by the cosmic law of cause and effect. And let's not forget the Gnostic belief in the demiurge, a malevolent deity who trapped divine sparks in the physical world, a world of suffering and illusion. So, taking all this into account, one might argue that Earth, with its natural disasters, diseases, wars, and myriad forms of human cruelty, could indeed be seen as hell. A place where we're bound by the chains of our own actions, where we're condemned to struggle and suffer until we learn, grow, and perhaps redeem ourselves. Could it be that we are living in a sophisticated cosmic penal colony? Now let's turn to science for some answers. What if our understanding of reality is just a piece of a much larger, more complex puzzle? The field of quantum physics has opened the door to some fascinating possibilities. Take the concept of quantum entanglement, for instance. It's this strange phenomenon where particles become interconnected, and what happens to one instantly affects the other, no matter the distance between them. This could imply that our actions here on Earth might be intricately tied to consequences in an entirely different realm, potentially a version of hell. Next up, let's consider the idea of parallel universes. This theory proposes that our universe is not alone, but rather one of an infinite number of universes, each with its own laws of physics. Now, if we were to entertain this notion, it's not too far-fetched to imagine a universe where Earth serves as a place of retribution for transgressions committed elsewhere. Then there's the simulation theory, the idea that our reality isn't real at all, but rather a complex computer simulation. If our world is indeed a programmed reality, who's to say it isn't designed as a purgatory, a place for us to pay for our past misdeeds? The very fact that we cannot conclusively disprove this theory lends some credence to the idea. Now, it's essential to remember that these theories are just that, theories. They're fascinating and thought-provoking, but they're not definitive proof. However, they do highlight the fact that our understanding of the universe is continually evolving. Today's impossibilities could be tomorrow's realities. In the end, while these scientific theories don't provide concrete evidence that Earth is hell, they do suggest the existence of realities far beyond our current understanding. They open up the possibility that our existence might be more complex and interconnected than we ever imagined. So, science doesn't rule out the possibility that Earth could be hell. Opening. Imagine this, you're born into a world of strife and struggle. From the moment you draw your first breath, you're thrust into a relentless cycle of survival. where a moment's respite seems a luxury too far. Picture a day in your life. You wake up, perhaps to the blaring alarm of a clock, the shrill cry of a child, or the nagging ache of hunger. Your day is filled with tasks, responsibilities, and challenges that seem to never end. You're constantly racing against the clock, trying to accomplish as much as you can before the sun sets. Consider the trials and tribulations you've faced in your life, the heartbreaks, the losses, the disappointments, the pain and suffering that seem to be an inescapable part of the human experience. Now, think about the world around you. The wars, the poverty, the injustice, the widespread suffering that seems to permeate every corner of our planet. What if instead of being mere victims of circumstance, we are here to pay for past misdeeds? What if the challenges we face, the suffering we endure, are not random occurrences, but purposeful punishments? Consider the implications of this perspective. If Earth is indeed a form of hell, a place for souls to atone for their sins, then every hardship we face, every pain we endure, is a part of our penance. Our struggles are not meaningless, but rather, they hold profound significance. They are the means through which we pay our debts, cleanse our souls, and perhaps earn our redemption. This perspective could offer a new lens through which to view our lives and the world around us. It could provide a sense of purpose to our struggles, a deeper meaning to our existence. We are not simply drifting through life, victims of an uncaring universe. Instead, we are active participants in our own redemption, shaping our destiny through our actions and choices. Closing. Could these experiences be punishments for past deeds? Now think about the human experience. Consider the challenges we face as we journey through life. Our existence isn't a smooth ride, but a winding road filled with peaks and valleys. It's a path etched with trials and tribulations that test our resolve, our strength, and our courage. Now, let's delve deeper into the depths of human suffering. War, for instance, has been a constant companion of humanity. It's a relentless beast that devours lives, leaving trails of devastation in its wake. From the ancient battles fought with swords and shields, to the modern wars waged with drones and nuclear weapons, mankind has seen its share of bloodshed and destruction. Then, we have diseases. From the Black Plague that decimated populations in the 14th century, to the Spanish flu of the early 20th century, and the recent pandemic, diseases have always been a part of the human narrative. They've taken loved ones from us, instilled fear in our hearts, and tested the limits of our resilience. And let's not forget poverty. It's a relentless specter that haunts millions around the globe. It's the gnawing hunger in a child's belly, the desperate plea in a mother's eyes, and the hopeless resignation of a father unable to provide for his family. Poverty is a cruel reminder of the world's inequality, a stark contrast between the haves and the have-nots. These realities of life, war, disease, poverty, they're harsh, aren't they? They're the bitter pills we swallow, the heavy burdens we bear. Could it be possible that these hardships are not merely random misfortunes, but deliberate punishments? Could they be the fiery whips and chains of a hell we're living in, the price we pay for sins committed? If we look at life through this lens, it paints a grim picture, doesn't it? A world where the innocent suffer and the guilty prosper, where justice seems to be an elusive dream. If Earth is hell, then these hardships could be seen as our penance. So what if Earth is hell? Let's circle back to where we started. We've journeyed through the provocative concept of Earth as a realm of atonement, a place where we're here to pay for past transgressions. We've scrutinized scientific evidence and pondered hypothetical scenarios, all the while peering through the lens of the human experience. We've asked some hard questions, ones that challenge our understanding and perceptions. And while we may not have all the answers, we've certainly opened the door to an intriguing conversation. As we wrap up, we invite you to continue this exploration. Perhaps you have your own theories or thoughts to add to the mix. Feel free to share them in the comments below. After all, the essence of discovery and understanding lies in our curiosity and our willingness to question. Remember, it's a big universe out there, and our understanding of it is constantly evolving. Until next time, keep questioning.